Hey, all you Ninja 400 riders. I just wanted to make a short video of why I think the Ninja 400 is one of the best bikes I've owned. I've been riding since 1997, and I've been on all kinds of motorcycles. I started off on a Ninja 500 as my first bike and got my permit and license was real quick after that. Pretty much cut my teeth on the roads of San Jose, California, and going up and down Highway 9, up going to the mountains to Santa Cruz. And if you guys, anybody lives out that way, you guys know what I'm talking about. And anyway, I've been on everything from a 600 Super Sport up to a 1000cc Super Sports. I even had a cruiser at one point, but when you've been on sport bikes, 5 speed 1100 cruiser, it just wasn't for me. I kept on wanting to ride it like a sport bike, scraping floorboards, and when I wasn't riding it like the style of riding I have, I ended up getting really bored on it. So I ended up going back to another sport bike. I've also ridden 1980s, late 70s and 80s Japanese standard motorcycles. And if anyone's on here is a veteran of those bikes, you know how they can be quite a handful at high speeds or even in the corners. Yeah, absolutely no rider aids, and usually the frame and brakes are totally inadequate for the engine size of those bikes. So anyway, those were nice bikes to have, but I found out they were just too much maintenance, and they weren't the best bike to commute on. Let's just put it that way. They're great for weekend bikes, or if you just have a lot of time to work on, or if you like tinkering on old motorcycles, they're great. But I needed something a little more reliable. It'd been about 3 years since I'd been on a sport bike, since my last one before the Ninja 400, and that last bike was a 1998 Honda VTR 1000 Superhawk, basically a super sport twin, and fun bike. Again, you know, things come up in life, and you have to sell the toys, have to go, if you know what I mean. So now I'm on the Ninja 400, and I just want to say how amazing of a machine it's been. It pretty much does everything I could have asked for a bike. It's the one few bikes that's great for a person just starting out on motorcycles because it really reminds me of that first Ninja 500 that I had. But this bike is just more refined. The frame is a lot more tighter. The handling, the braking, it's fuel injected, unlike the carbureted Ninja 500, which wasn't bad. But you know, when it comes to tune carbs and that, it's hard to find shops nowadays to do things like that. So it's nice to be on a fuel injected bike, and just the riding position is great. The handlebars aren't too low. I'm 47 years old now, and being on super sports, they tend to, after about an hour on the road, my back starts to hurt and my wrist will start to hurt, even if I'm just keeping the gripping the tank with my knees and not leaning over so much. Still, after a long ride, they tend to wear me down. But the Ninja 400 has that perfect riding position where it's comfortable. It's almost like a sport touring riding position. I love that, and it's plenty fast for what I need. The super sports, I like to say they're fast and they can definitely scare you if you don't know if you're not ready for it. But what I love about the Ninja 400 is it's plenty fast, but it's not gonna scare you so much if you're not used to it, or get your adrenaline going so high that your leg or your arms jumping around. You know what I mean? So great bike. I also love how it's cheap on insurance, on gas. It's like the ultimate. It's great for commuting. I wouldn't say it's the ultimate all-around bike, but it's great for beginners and also for people like me that have been off a bike for a while and kind of want to go back to the beginning and fine tune those skills that were kind of, I felt, didn't quite develop as well as they could have when I had my first bike, because I only had that first bike for about a year and a half where I had to get rid of it. Again, life throws curveballs at you, and I didn't feel like I had developed my skills on that first bike so much, and I jumped from bike to bike to bike. And it's nice to go back almost to the beginning because this bike is very similar in ways to that first bike. And as they say, it's funner to ride a slow bike fast than a fast bike slow. Now that's not to say that I won't get back on a larger bike at some point, but the Ninja 400 will probably stay in the garage, because there's one thing I don't like is regret. And you have this nice bike, you feel like you need more speed, you need that thrill, and I understand that when you've been on a bigger bike, you want to go, you want to recreate that thrill that you had, or maybe even go a little further. And trust me, I've been up to some high top speeds on my older bikes, just for a little bit, and I understand where people are coming from when they want to seek that thrill again. But yeah, the Ninja 400, a great machine if you're looking to start out on a Kawasaki. I've been a Kawasaki fan for a long time. I've been on quite a few of them. Usually ride either Kawasaki or Honda. Never had a Yamaha or Suzuki. In conclusion, I just want to say Ninja 400, great first machine, great machine for advanced riders wanting to hone their skills. Don't hesitate to pull the trigger on one if you're in the market for a new motorcycle. Anyway, thanks for listening. Hope you have a good one.